You have to win this game now. There's no coming back, no loser bracket, no nothing. This is the final. One more game, and we know who it is, pretty much. So, let's see what we get. Dignitas, they ban out the Kerrigan. They don't want to deal with her again. That's like, woo.
And what does he do?
Yep, he stuns. Actually, she stuns people, Mr. Arnold, and therefore, well, she's pretty nasty. I mean, Kerrigan is one of Alex's most favorite heroes, I guess. And he's playing it like, whoa. Anyway, that means Dignitas, they get their Illidan while Nihilum bans out the Cigar. Okay, that's quite interesting. So Cigar, again, not coming into this game. And Illidan. Dignitas going for the Illidan. Actually, I think I have bad memories when I think about Dignitas plus Illidan. I don't know why. But maybe this is just me having wrong memories. There are so many games, so many teams. You never know. But anyway, Mr. Arnie, what's up with you?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, well, the usual thing, right?
Sauerkraut.
Exactly. Anyway, we get the Pride Wing again secured by Nihilum. Clap, clap, Mr. Womatile. You are amazing. I always know what you draft, because it's always a Pride Wing. Vala on top of that, and now we have to see where Dignitas is going with this one. I mean, they had a double tank strategy in the last game, which didn't really work out, because one of the tanks was healed up with the, or not really healed up, but saved with the Divine Shield. But then when the second tank came in, he also just got bursted down, and, well, I definitely loved how much damage Nihilum did there. Even though, for example, Sylvanas was doing amazing wailing arrows. Sometimes he was hitting like 4 heroes. That was, yeah, pretty amazing, I have to say. But, well, in the end, silence is not everything. If you outlast it, that's completely fine. And of course, the biggest comeback in the other game was that mosh pit. That was so good, but it was just not enough. Like, I never believed what I saw there. A mosh pit of so many people not ending in a death and then being turned around into pretty much from there on, the momentum of Nihilum was always there. Like that mosh pit fight that went so horribly wrong, that was pretty much the main reason. And also on top of that, we only had a second mosh pit in the rest of the game. So it was that one good mosh pit, a second one just to single out 2 targets, and from there on he never ever got to cast the mosh pit again. He was either always interrupted or just never got the right position. So it was really nice positioning by Nihilum, nice stuns, and now we see what they're going for. It's Dragonshire with the Sylvanas, which means Sylvanas left alone in a lane really costs you a lot of building damage. So the siege is there. Muradin as a tank, Dignitas feel really comfortable with this tank, and the Muradin had really some nice some nice plays on the last map. So let's see.
Then meet me halfway.
Meet me halfway. Da, 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 da. Well, they don't meet halfway. They go full out. Nihilum, Jaina, and Anubarak. I'm surprised they didn't pick the Jaina earlier, because like earlier today and also yesterday, Jaina was pretty much one of their first picks all the time. Today they waited a bit, but well, you never know. So Anubarak, Jaina, the Pride Wing healer as usual, and more damage by the Vala. That means we could get a second tank, again Ethereal if they want to. That would probably be the final Nihilum draft. But I'm not so sure if Ethereal is the right thing on Dragonshire. On the other side, Dignitas, well, what is it? Oh, both teams are... Oh, no, you're kidding me. Someone from Dignitas DC'd.
This may sound strange, but I'm looking for someone that lived here a long time ago.
Yeah, and is now DC'd, so... Oh, never mind that. Is that the auto draft? Is that the auto finisher, Rhaegar? Or was it just my Explorer, like... I mean, not Explorer, my browser screwing with me?
What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. I think I need Coucher. Yeah, I definitely need Coucher to help me on this one if that draft is bugged. But for now, the Rhaegar wouldn't be even, I don't know, bad, I guess. Rhaegar could work. Culture.
Can someone tell me?
Come on, can someone tell me if that's the real... Is that the real deal? Is that the real deal? Is that the original draft or not?
I need your help.
Yes, please. Well, there's a 2-minute delay, so until Culture hears me, then there's like... I don't know, Ethereal Rhaegar is being drafted by Dignitas. That would actually make sense. It would actually make sense. I don't know. I just assume it's right now. So far, nobody's saying anything, which means I can just assume this is correct. Please, confirmation. Well, I just assume this is the right draft now, so dual tank or not dual tank, that's the question for Nihilum. Like, if they wanted to draft Ethereal, then it's gone. I'm not panicking. All is legit. Okay, it's all legit, so that makes sense. So Rhaegar can actually work out. The Ethereal is pretty much like the draft bun for Dignitas, because they just take it for themselves, which means the Nihilum can't take it. And you see in the overtime that Nihilum is really struggling with this one, because this really looked like Ethereal Anubarak setup, but instead they go for something else. But they're discussing, I guess, what it could be. Let's see. I'm curious, like, how do they replace this? Arthas? Give me an Arthas. I don't know. Was this really a timeout draft or not? I don't know. It's a Chen. It makes a bit sense, I guess. But it's not what I expected. I have to see if they invite me in the lobby and everything, then everything is fine, I guess. But Coucher, I don't trust you. I don't trust what's going on here with this draft. Anyway, so in the meantime, I can just say what this is all about for those people who just joined. 8th qualifier, 8 out of 12 in the Cup 2. This is the grand final. It's 1-1 standing at the moment between Dignitas and Nihilum. That means this game decides what's going on. Where is my lobby invite? Give me my lobby invite, because then I can confirm that this is 100% right. Oh, okay. Chen is ETC. Ah, see, there we got it. There we got it. So, directly into the lobby. So I can also fix my lobby. Standing is 1-1. Blue team Dignitas, right? And red team is Nihilum. Unless they change sides, everything should be fine. Wait, let me ask. Okay. I mean, I had to say it like this. Because I really suck at my scenes, especially if you have it all alone. But yeah, for those people with all the delay and whoever got confused, the Chen is not a Chen. The Chen is actually ETC. Something was wrong with the draft, as I suspected. But let's see. Everything still should be fine. So, your commentator today is Mr. Havlamog, the crazy schizophrenic guy who's talking with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so far we had actually amazing casts, sometimes better than other co-casters. So Arnie, greet the stream.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, we're waiting for 3 players. Exactly 3.
3.
Yeah, 3. You have to pronounce it differently.
3.
We're gonna work on that, Arnold. Arnold! Maybe he can't read because...
My sunglasses were damaged.
Yeah, that must be the reason. Anyway, guys, there we are loading in, like, fancy loading screen that's hopefully gonna load really fast. We are on Dragonshire. It's the first Dragonshire of the day, so that's gonna be really amazing. Big, fat little dragon who does more and more damage the more you actually have and the more level and time expires or, like, goes into the game. The shrine business is gonna be really, really interesting, and I'm curious which of those drafts is actually benefiting them. Again, dual tank strat on Nihilum, and they had a convincing Blackheart's Bay. And now we have to see. To be honest, I really have to say that Blackheart's Bay, this game between Dignitas and Nihilum, it felt as one of the most balanced Blackheart's Bay I've ever played. Anyway, last check on my overlay. Dignitas left 1, Nihilum raid 1. I'm all good to go. Arnold is with me, and now we can introduce the teams. Chris is gonna play that Illidan top. Blood Dragon this time on the Ethereal. Bottom we have Linked on the Rhaegar. Nurok again on the Savannas. He always plays the Savannas. Tomsi on that Murden. On the other side, as a 5-man clutch, is Stork again with Rolik. The 2 tanks here, Anuparak and ETC. We have Alex on the Vala instead of Kerrigan, and Tazdingo playing the Jaina, and Bonathil. Oh man, you and your Brightwing. I don't even want to introduce that anymore. It's, you know what you are?
Sauerkraut.
That's what you are. Mr. Sauerkraut Brightwing player. Anyway, they're just gonna burst down in the mid and then rotate to their lanes. That's exactly what they do right now. But of course, they're so fast that, I don't know, do they miss any XP? Nope, doesn't really look like it. Maybe they can actually get someone here already. There's the stun. It's actually on the Rigger, but there's the follow-up missing. The power slide is not getting through. So everybody back to the lane. No experience lost or gain. This is definitely interesting. High mobility is required on this map, and so far I definitely like what they do. It's exactly the way you have to play Dragonshire to make a dent. Wonathil, of course, he has to do a lot of defensive work. That's the biggest problem, because Nurok, he can push that lane so hard with Savannas, and there's the rotation. 3-man gang, Nurok, they know that. They absolutely know that. And yep, but it's the right thing to do. Shrines are spawning exactly now.
What about right now?
Yes, right now. They're spawning right now. Bottom is claimed, of course, by Nihilum, but it's not gonna last long. Top, I don't know. You don't want to go for that little fight, Alex. He knows that in a one-on-one against Illidan, you can't really do much. It always has to be linked to something else, and now we have actually a blue shrine. So Blood Dragon, well, they're getting close, but Tazdingo is there guarding it, and bottom, that's where they're gonna contest the shrine for sure. Rolik is going in against Tomsi, but remember, double tank, there's the Impale, not hitting anything. So it's really just a bit forth from back, but the problem is, with 2 tanks, the Savanna's damage should be superior. Then again, Tomsi's losing quite a lot of HP. Vala contesting that top. And in the mid, well, Blood Dragon applying some pressure, of course, just to make sure he could... Oh, Tomsi! Now the leap over the ETC. It's a big fat cow, but not high enough to actually block that jump. So they got a 1-1 shrine situation here at the moment, and they still have to sip in there well. So everything should be fine to just continue the little peeling. But, of course, there's Stork. But Nurok is doing so much damage here. That's the right thing. I mean, look at Nurok's damage. He should be leading with hero damage. Yeah, 2.8k because of all that stuff going on in that bottom lane. The other lanes, they're pretty much without action. Tazdingo just making sure nothing happens here with Blood Dragon, that he never grabs the DK. Tomsi, he has to be careful because, well, that Rigger, not on the highest mana, not the best heals anyway on a Rigger. What's happening? This is always the first 5, 6, 7 minutes of a Dragonshire. It's always like this, dancing around the shrine like some Indians. But oh, there's a nice stun. Is there a follow-up stun? No. Stark gets some damage instead. And it's really just a trade Tomsy versus stock HP, that's it. In the mid, Tazdingo is actually getting quite low. And now, do they ask for a rotation? There's the bribe. Is that enough? Yes. So Vonatire gets those siege engines. That's the advantage they need, because someone has to go back and defend this. And yes, it's Norok. Norok, of course, is the best one. He can disable both of them at the same time. Easy going. He picked up the Envenom, actually, not the duration on Black Arrow, so he actually has to rotate a bit with his auto hits, but still, at least this way they get at least some damage done on the towers. And of course the siege engine stolen. Oh, nice triple stun here, but of course they can't really follow up. This is so close to the wall, and maybe now Strolik, well, the power slide out. Maybe Tomsy is going for it. Stormhammer, nope, nothing's really happening. Tazdingo in the mid, well, does he actually, he could really drive that Tyrael out. Now he found him with the Ice Shard, and clicking it, Tyrael's Might will interrupt this one, but the next one is not so easy. But yeah, well, they claimed it back. In the end, everything should still be fine. Rolik is on decent HP. The healing over time of a piping is just too crazy in a lane. That Rigger will pretty much go when Vonata, he's filling up the mana in the lane. But is he going somewhere else? Do they put some pressure? No, he's going directly on Rolik. They have to reclaim that bottom shrine, because that is actually interesting. Tazdingo could really go for it. But now we have a rotation here. Blood Dragon, lost the Illidan, maybe going on the Vala. Let's see. This is so ridiculous. If you actually think about how much they are dancing, and like who's losing the focus first. But there's the Jaina coming in. Maybe that makes now the difference here. We have the Muradin being super low, and that's exactly the shift of balance we were looking for. Top is going to be claimed by that Illidan. Actually, he accepted as like a 50-50 at the moment. Yellow is the new color. Team Yellow owns that shrine instead of Team Red or Blue. So they get a nice kill, which gives them a tiny advantage in experience. But of course, this is hardly worth to mention anyway. So this is just a fight around the shrines, which will continue for another 4 or 5 minutes. I doubt we're gonna see a decay before 10 minutes, unless something crazy is actually gonna happen. We have, I mean, okay, 10 minutes is a bit high. Let's say 7 or 8 minutes. We have a level 10 soon coming out. Well, Vonatire being focused here, and Alex is coming in. Alex, he could do the damage they need exactly here on that Muradin. And oh, Jaina focusing on Nurok, but nope, that Blizzard is off target. Absolutely off target. Top we get Rolik, claiming that shrine. Who is mid? Who could claim it? Oh, Vonatire! He's really low. The healer is down, so they're gonna claim that shrine. Maybe even more. But yeah, this only lasted for a second. This was like the second window you had maybe time to actually click the DK shrine, but they're rotating back. This 5-on-3 situation is gonna end right here. It was not even really worth it. Oh, never mind! It was actually worth it. With the Jaina going down, they actually get their level 10 earlier than Nihilum. It looked so good so far, but now of course it's taken away. That's not good for Nihilum. There's a bribe only on one, and Vala is gonna take the second one. And they have to be careful, because now top is getting claimed. They have to block the mid. Do they accept this decay? Do they actually accept this decay? I don't understand. I don't understand. I understand nothing anymore. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on here?
I think that was really a bad movement. Like, those two siege giants, they were not worth missing the decay in the mid. Anyway, it's only a level 1 decay, like the first one to spawn. He has really low HP and everything, so I don't think there's much panic coming out here. But still, he can do quite some damage still, and that's what it's all about. And the push bottom is also real, without even actually engaging. They're just getting the towers and more XP. So we're looking at like 1 level advantage right now for Dignitas. And what else do we get? We get a mosh pit. Okay, no stage dive. Now that's very interesting, I have to say. And that push here that just continues. That's very interesting, I have to say. Also Link working with the little wolf engagement, and that DK, yep, is going down right there. Where's the material shifting? Going here bottom even for a bit more. Nope, they're just gonna clear their siege. But also Chris, for example, he could go for the bruises right now. I mean, he's level 12 on an Illidan, so why not? Yeah, and he's doing the right thing. Doing the right thing, getting the bruises up. On the other side, Nihilum won't be that fast because they don't really have someone who can clear the bruisers on their own really fast. So momentum shifting more and more towards Dignitas, definitely. Tomzy just checking out if something is happening here to those bruisers. But yep, nothing is claimed by Nihilum. Now they actually started. After he checked, they started, which is interesting. But the problem is Chris is here. Oh my goodness. Chris is sleeping into this. And I don't know, does he really want to go for this fight? Yes, Metamorphosis if he's already getting too low, and there he's using it. Tomzy is also on it. Look at the ancestral healing. Oh, this is really bad news. Tasdingo is the first one to go down. This is such a sandwich position. You don't want to be in there here. Volatile, well, now he gets out, but the poison, everything is ticking up. Nope, no chance. He's also going down, which means that's an easy fort for Dignitas. Easy going. And of course, since we don't have stage dive, we have mosh pit, he couldn't join this fight. That's exactly why I had such a big question mark with the level 10 choice here of our ETC. Rolik not going for the stage dive, which means a 5-on-4 fight. That is 1 fort down, second fort down. Bad news for Nihilum. With this, they already were a level behind. Now it's gonna be even more. And also top Rolik, like it's taken ages for him to actually clean out those bruises. So there's another tower going down. This is bad. This is really bad. This is 1 3/4 level advantage. They can build it even up by going for this fort here, and that means they start into the next shrines with almost a level 16-14 situation, which is absolutely an advantage. And yeah, they're gonna do exactly that, claiming the shrines at the moment, top at least, going for the fort. Nihilum is gonna accept that. And at the moment everything is falling just in Dignitas' hands, from the fort into the bruisers, but now there's a fight. They have to use that window. 15-13, that's the window you want to go for. There's the stun. It's not hitting on anyone, but Rolik makes it in. Where's the mosh pit? Rolik, we need your mosh pit. A really big one. There's the entrance to healing. So Blood Dragon, it's still fine. Rolik, mosh pit, it's not coming through. Now, oh, a 4-man silence right here. The damage is just not enough. Maybe now with the strafe, that's the damage we are looking for, but can they actually finish off something? No. There's the judgment, the turnaround fight, a 2-for-0 trade. Muradin, I have no idea how he survived, but he did. And oh, this is just bad. This is just so bad for Nihilum at the moment. This is so bad. Level 16 established for Dignitas. Second shrine on the way to be taken. They have to wait till they come back. Maybe they can stall some time in the mid, but Chris is already on it. And Tasdingo, he can't really go against Nurok here, even though the HP is low. So that's another decay. 1, 2, 3. Bam. Second decay for Dignitas and a 16-14 situation, which is so bad. Which is so bad for defending. And not just that, they're also gonna get the siege engines. Blood Dragon was fast enough taking that camp here. So you have someone pushing in the bottom, someone, I don't know, going for something else. Chris at the moment, not really interested in pushing. He's just taking care of the creep wave. Sure, why not? He's waiting for his team to come here, and that's exactly what's happening right now. And now let the siege begin. The question is, how well can they actually defend? Going for that decay is almost not worth it because he's still just 35 seconds left. So I guess you just accept it and wait for the timer and do your best. But look at Chris, he's doing so much damage at the moment. It hits for 640 at the moment on the fort, plus vulnerable. So, well, actually, he hits the same with vulnerable. Okay, never mind that. So yeah, fort is going down, 14 seconds. It's pretty much the last thing that DK did. Maybe just one breath here, and they're gonna go for the next towers, even establishing more of a lead. Nihilum just on the back foot right now, and I don't see it changing. That's the biggest problem. That's the end of the DK. What they gonna do? Dignitas, of course, they cannot throw. Maybe Stalk going into this. It's still a 17-15 situation. You don't have your additional talents, and look what they have. They play against the tank lineup 3 times blood for blood, so they can blow up one of the tanks so easily. Oh, they at least get their bruises. No, never mind. They don't get their bruises. They were claimed as well. Nihilum, they know. I really thought they're gonna get their bruises through, but that was... Oh, this is bad news. They started the bruises and finish it for the enemy. That is so bad. How can they come back on this? Is it really just about experience, get 16 and force a fight when it's 18-16? That's the only thing I can see at the moment for Nihilum. They definitely don't want to commit to a fight without their talents, without their next talents. But never say never. things might change, and also the next, well, the next shrines and everything are going to happen soon. Now it's the 1860 situation, what I was talking about. Now is the window to fight. Because if you wait too long now, then the window goes down to 2018. And then again, you're facing another set of talents against you. So they're grouping up here in the mid, but they're visible. They're visible. I think Nurok saw them. Or did Nurok actually see him? There's stun number 1. Stun number 2. If they can blow him up. No! They cannot blow him up. I can't believe it. Tazdingo. Oh, he wanted to get it. Ice block helping him for just a second, but in the end he's going down. Illidan going full ham. This strafe doing some nice damage. Actually Nurok also going down, but there's the ancestry healing on the Muradin. So a 1-1 trade so far, but in what direction does it go? Alex is the next one to fall. 2 for 1. Stalk is the next one they want to pursue, and Chris, you just can't get rid of Illidan. He is like glue on your butt. There's no way you get away, and it's again the timing of it is so unfortunate for Nihilum, because with that there's a next decay coming. There's just no way they can interrupt mid. There it is, linked, heading towards top, bottom. Muradin claimed it, and Chris, is it Chris or Blood Dragon actually taking it? I think they could even wait and give it to Chris, because Metamorphosis is out, and he actually did a good job on the Blood Dragon Knight. Ah. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Anyway, that means third decay, and this decay hits for 760 now with one of those claps. Tazdingo trying to do something, getting kicked away. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. This is another fort at least. And still 50 seconds on it. Never say never, Nihilum could still come back with a nice fight. The problem is in just about, what, 5 seconds we have a 2017 situation, and that's 3 levels behind. And with that, with the new set of talents, Dignitas, they are looking to finish this. And we still have not seen a single mosh pit. Right now I still think the mosh pit might have been a misclick. The stage save might have made a difference, but look at the DK, just going for it. Strafe coming out, just zoning them at the moment. Not really anything happening. Tomsy going low, they fight under the throne, so some damage is coming in there. Is there a mosh pit? Is there a mosh pit? Rolik? No, he's not getting through it. He is just getting kicked away. Actually, this one is saving him. This one was a good kick, but of course not for Dignitas. However, they still lose their second tank. The DK is alive for another 3 seconds, and well, Tazdingo in an ice block, but well, now Blood Dragon is here, and you get finished off. It's a 2 for 1 trade so far. Still fighting under the core. Quite interesting. Blink heal out. There's the mosh pit. It's doing some nice damage. Of course, the core is supporting all that. Power slide out, but I'm not really sure where this one is going. They're working on the core. The Dragon Knight already did all the damage, and 16 minutes into this, Dignitas, they're qualified for the End of the Storm Cup 2. They have the chance with all the 11 other teams. 11, I say? Wait, 7? I'm confused. 7 plus 4 is 11, right? And now we have 12. 12, and 12 by 2 is 24.
24.
Yeah. No, but yeah, so it's 12 teams now. Exactly. Anyway, guys, I'm totally confused because solo casts are super draining for so many hours, and I have been casting before and I didn't have much sleep, so excuse me if there's anything wrong with overlays and whatnot, or generally with my cast. I still hope you enjoyed it.